At the time, I was about 15, 16 years old. My mother always told me, Keith, keep your ID on you. She said to me so many times, it got to the point where it was getting on my nerves. I'm not even gonna lie. It was extremely hard for my mother to get on my nerves. But man, she said it so much. It was definitely like a broken record. I didn't really see the big deal. I didn't feel like I went anywhere where I needed my ID. I didn't get in trouble. I probably went to the movies, played basketball, school, and maybe to the mall, a couple friends' house, but nothing crazy. Like I wasn't in no position where I felt like at the time that I would need it. Peanut butter and jelly is on the menu for dinner tonight. My mom sends me to Food Lion to get some bread. I take about 3 or 4 steps outside the door. I look back. I was like, man, I don't got my ID on me. Something said, Keith, go in the house and get your ID. But I was already outside the door. My momentum was going the opposite way. I said, you know what? I'm just going to Food Line real quick. It's not going to be a big deal. It's only a 6-minute walk there and back. I'll be fine. I get halfway there, and next thing you know, I hear some sirens. I look back. It's a cop. He gets out the cop car, and he's looking at me. And I'm thinking in my head, like, what in the world does this cop want with me? I know I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not in any kind of trouble. Like, what's the deal? He says to me, what is your name? I tell him my full name. He thinks about it for a second, looks at me and says, nice made up name. Proceeds to put handcuffs on me and puts me in the cop car. And the thing I noticed about the cop car is extremely uncomfortable in here, and this is clearly on purpose. I can only imagine if someone had to ride in that cop car for an hour. I mean, they would probably catch a cramp or something. I don't know, man, because it's extremely uncomfortable. You can't even move your feet once they place you in there, how they want to place you. So we get to the spot. The spot's called 801. 801 is a place where, where kids go when they run away from their parents. When they run away from their parents, that's where they go. My house was in the vicinity of that. So the cop thought I was one of the kids. He said I fit the description of the kid that ran away. Some kid that ran away. So we get to the front desk, and the lady, she's kind of looking at me, and I'm thinking to myself, like, you have to know that I'm not the kid that ran away. I'm sure you, maybe there's a lot of kids, I don't know, but in my head at the time I was thinking, you have to know it's not me. And then I kept trying to tell the cop, especially as we was entering the 801 spot, I was trying to tell him, like, look, that's where I live, because where 801's at, like I just said earlier, it was in the vicinity of my home, and I'm pointing to him, and I'm like, man, that's where I live. He looked at the place I pointed at, and to his credit, it didn't look like a place where someone would live. It really didn't. It was a small house, but in this small house, there was actually 3 apartments, and we lived in one of the apartments. And we didn't have a car either, so there was no car parked outside. If I would have looked at it, not knowing anything about it, I would have thought no one lived there. You want to be honest with you. So I'll give the cop that. So I call my mom, and my mom comes to the spot, and she says, yes, this is my son. And this guy had this confused look, like he couldn't believe that he got it wrong. He definitely had that confused look. But then I had to give my mom much credit, man, because I understood why she was fussing with me about having my ID on me. My goodness, man. We ended up going home, and everything was all right. I didn't get no. He didn't take me to the cop, station, so there wasn't no charges dropped or nothing like that. But yeah, ain't that wild though? All them times he told me, to have my ID. The one time I didn't have my ID, a cop pulled me over thinking I'm a kid from 801. I kept my ID on me all the time after that. Even if I forgot, I made sure I went back to the house to get that ID, just in case something like that happened again. Because if I show them the ID, I don't get the cuffs on me. I don't have to go. I don't have to ride in that uncomfortable cop car, and I don't have to go to the 801 spot, which was unsettling because it just, I felt like it was a place I shouldn't have been, but because of a mistake, it could have been a place I could have spent the night if my mom didn't come get me. You never know. Shout out to my mom for that, man. Appreciate you guys for listening. We get this sack right here. We're going to pick this guy off, and we're going to be up out here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. This is your boy, Launchpad 1412, and I'm out. Looking good, Billy Ray.